Yep. Walking out of a truck stop right now. Exploring this little hole in the wall town. It's outside. It's like about 35 miles outside of Nashville, Tennessee. I'm bored and still with my trainer. I'm in flatbed, by the way. I chose it because obviously I can get out of my truck, get some exercise, but the problem is whenever you're resetting, you especially if you're in your trainer's truck, you're kind of stuck there with another human, and you just kind of want to do your own thing. And I don't know what it's like now to have my own truck, but I will in like a week. So that's what I'm excited for, is getting my own truck. And obviously, I mean, I don't like to sit still whatsoever. The good part about being in flatbed is, you get your outside time, and you might kind of wear yourself out on one of those securement loads. But, in between making a delivery, drop off, whatever have you, whatever the company has you do, or, whatever you're hauling, you get your in-between times of driving, and I mean, that's fine and everything, but honestly, I feel a lot more comfortable with being out of the truck and moving, challenging myself. And don't get me wrong, it's a challenge to, be out there, especially in the metro areas, driving around, because you got all those cars swifting by you. They act like you don't even exist, but you have to act like you are. Honestly, you have to act like you don't exist, but you know that they do. Don't be so much aware of your own. Don't be aware of how big you are. Just be aware of what your bulkiness can do to others, and how inconsiderate and unaware those four-wheelers can be. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, this area is pretty vast. Looks like we're in the Midwestern Plains or something, but no, you can see trees. We're in the South, and I'm from the South myself, so I'm a lot more comfortable with doing this than or being here than I am up north. I mean, I like it because it's different, but I'm from South Carolina, so I'm used to very mild winters and not much wind, because so far it's 2-week time period, because I'm with my trainer for the last week, and within that time, the only places we've been to have been, let's see, okay, I've been all throughout I'll just name off the states I've been to, just so, like, if you want to do this, it's kind of how, depending on if you're doing over the road, regional, but it kind of feels like I'm doing regional, to be honest with you, but I guess it's considered national. Of course, from South Carolina to Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. Haven't driven through in a truck Pennsylvania, and I don't really want to, from what I've heard, and how inconsistent the elevation is. Ooh, there's a deer. Oh gosh, come on. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. I have ADHD, so I get distracted. But there was a deer. I just saw him. Okay, so I'm definitely going to see some wildlife out here. So this is what I wanted to do. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, West Virginia. I said Virginia. Tennessee, obviously. Kentucky. Indiana. Illinois. Iowa, so far, honestly, has been the most dull, boring, flat state I've been to so far. Yeah, it's easy to drive in because it's just so straight, but I mean, it kind of makes me depressed. They seem like good people up there, but I could not imagine living there and like a field of corn. And I know they have Des Moines, Iowa, and that's great. And then they have the Iowa 80 truck stop, the largest truck stop in the U.S. Never been there. I've been past there, but it's a little bland, lackluster, if you want to say it. But anyways, been to Wisconsin. Wisconsin's pretty. It's cold, but so far the coldest states have been Wisconsin for sure. Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana. All around the Great Lakes area, it's really cold because it's got that Great Lake effect, and it carries all those. What it does is because the water is warmer than the ambient temperature in the atmosphere, or the general atmosphere around that area. So when that mixes, that picks up a cold and warm front, and that kind of disturbs the weather. I try to understand how the weather works, but I know that that's what happens, and that's why it's so windy up there and so cold because of the wind. But I'm going off on a tangent. I just wanted to start a video. Whether this gets put up on YouTube or not, I don't care, and if it does, you guys will probably laugh at me. But anyways, subscribe to me. I don't know if company names matter, but I'm with Roehl Transport. It's a pretty good company. I've heard, other truck drivers that have been around me, like super trucker dudes. There's one guy that approached me and he was like, you need to get away from that company. That company is going to, do you wrong. They're going to take advantage of you. And I was like, okay, well, so far so good. I mean, they start you off with, I know it's rude to talk about what you make, but starting off with flatbed, you make 43 cents a mile. And I don't think that's too bad being a rookie, But he was trying to tell me, like, I need to get with the company. Forgot what the company was, but it's a smaller company, of course, they're known to be better, whatever. But I tried to tell the man, I'm like, well, how much experience do they require? And he's like, well, a year or two, how long have you been driving? I was like, this is like my first week. That was a couple weeks ago, of course, but I was like, yeah, obviously, I don't really have much of a choice. And, I could have gone with TMC, but I don't know. I guess they just didn't approve of what I was, who I was. I don't know. I had good job history. I don't know if it's a gender thing, but I'm gonna make that a big deal or anything. All I know is I got accepted by a company that has good safety ratings. They really are keen on practicing their Safe 7, and they instill that in you, and that's good. They have cameras in their trucks. People can say what they want about it, but you know what? At night, draw the curtain in front of the camera. You don't have to have the camera facing. It's not like it's recording you all the time. You have to trigger it, but if you feel really paranoid about it, then do that, Don't feel bad about that. And it's really to protect you and the company and, whatever kind of liabilities that will be ahead of you on the road. You never know what might happen out there, but just try to, honestly, the main reason why I went with Roehl is because of their training program. Because I didn't want to just be thrown with a trainer, but it be considered like a team driving trainer thing. Because really you're going to make the same amount of money because it's all split, But with training pay, it'll be it's going to be about half of what you would normally make having your own truck. But what you need to do is just plan, because it will be worth it, knowing the knowledge that you can know by having someone who has experience and wisdom in the trade. And, if you don't approve of your trainer, if you don't think they're doing a good of a job, call the fleet manager. call the fleet manager above that fleet manager. You don't have to feel guilty about it. But I've been really lucky. I have a good trainer, so I'm happy about that. Well, made a full circle. I'm in the cul-de-sac area. And I don't know if... Oh, I see a deer. I don't know if you can see him. Hold on. He's a buck. I hope he doesn't come after me. He might. Hold on, y'all. I wish I could show y'all this. Damn it. How do you twist this thing? Oh, look at him. He doesn't know where I am. He smells me, though. I hope y'all can see him. He's looking at me. Poor thing. He only has one rack. He's so majestic. Look at him. There he goes. See that white tail? He's so beautiful. Man, I hope y'all saw him. I don't know why, but I couldn't switch my camera around. But yeah, anytime I can walk around, get out of the truck, it helps. I mean, it should help anyone, really. I mean, I know a lot of people are recluses these days, but for me, I have to get out. I cannot just stay stagnant, and I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that, but just for my mental acuity, mental health, I have to get out and see new things, collect more data. I cannot just stay, even if we have all this information on our phones, you know, everything's at our fingertips. I'd rather get out and see nature and share it with everyone, you know. I know you guys could do the same, but it feels better to, I guess, feel like I have an audience. Because you know, who wouldn't want this rustic, or to look at this rustic terrain I have in front of me? And there's all kinds of deer. I mean, I'm so tempted to go out there and just wander. But anyhow, you guys have a great day. Bye.